Hi guys, Spurs here, back with another video. In today's video I'll be reacting to a 1-1 draw against Southampton, which puts a dent in us trying to compete for top 4 this season. Please stay watching until the very end. Let's crack straight into it, and I hope you're all well. I've seen you 2 times today now, lucky you. Frustrating in the end against a game against Southampton, ended 1-1. First half we were very, very poor. Southampton had all the ball, we couldn't really get out. I talked about in Palace, it was about getting out of that first gear. It was about getting to that first gear. Even against Southampton, we couldn't even get to first gear at all. It was very, very bad, I think, in the first half. The goal was coming, I think, from them. They deserve it. I don't think Conte was happy about that either. Second half, we had lots of chances, especially towards the end. And I think in the end we deserved to win the game, and on another day we would have. There were 3 disallowed goals for us. I'm going to talk you through them with my honest opinion. So firstly, with the one, with the handball incident with Winks, I do think that was handball. Winks clearly handballed it, so I agree with that decision being disallowed. Next one is the offside call. I've seen it again, and I saw it at the time. That is not offside. They've changed the rule this season to give the benefit to the striker, and your arm cannot be offside. That's what lots of people got annoyed about last season. So they, it's only with your body scoring parts. And Kane was clearly onside. His hand was slightly offside, but his whole body was clearly onside compared with the backman Bednarak, who was playing him onside. I'm struggling to understand the consistency of VAR, because it's not VAR. I like VAR. I personally liked VAR and believe it's made football better and has been made to make football better. Getting those decisions correct. When it comes to those tight calls like that, I think that's where it's no good. It does ruin football that way. And VAR is not the problem, it's who's using VAR, who's being really inconsistent, different decisions every week. That's clearly onside. I'm struggling to see that. Very inconsistent. Third one, with the Fraser falls skinny his hands on it and jumping. I'm not sure about this, I have to see it again, but I agree with Mark Clattenburg. I struggle to understand what Doherty has done wrong. He's trying to get the ball. Forster gets 2 hands on it, but he spills it, he drops it, and Doherty smashes it into net. But as I said, don't go on what I said there, because I'm going to have to watch it again, because if Doherty did bump into Forster, then fair play, it's a foul. So one I'm not sure about, one I'm convinced it was should be allowed, that Kane offside. It's very, very clear and pure inconsistency by VAR. I'm very disappointed because I'm a fan of VAR. It's who using VAR as a problem, and the other one is clearly was rightly disallowed for handball by Winks. But as I said, I think we should have won that game. By the way, let me know what you thought of those 3 decisions, because I want to know your honest opinion as Spurs fans. I want to know what you thought of it. To get someone else apart from my opinion. We had lots of chances to kill the game. Frustrating. I thought substitutes came on, done well, Doherty and Gill. Here are my player ratings on the screen now. I'm going to talk you through them. So, starting with Hugo Lloris, I gave him a Lloris a 7. He didn't really do anything wrong, but at the same time he didn't really do anything that much right. He wasn't really involved in the game. Southampton, when they had that possession, didn't really test Lloris apart from that goal, which he couldn't stop. It was absolutely screaming from James Ward-Prowse, to be fair. It's what he's capable of. Good player, I've always said that. Always rated James Ward-Prowse. Deserves to be in the England 2022 squad. Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, 7. I gave him the Davies. I thought I had a good game, another good game for him. Dyer, I'm going to give a 7, but that could have been changed to like a 6 if that goal had gone in towards the end, because Dyer had a really good game, charging forward and defending. But the brain fart towards the end, and he always seems to do that. Need to cut out that brain fart. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, but Dyer does it at least once a game, and it's really costly and in a bad place. If he's going to give the ball away, give it up that end of the pitch. They're lucky with his player rating 7, Dyer. Sanchez, I give him 7.5. Another good performance in the Spurs shirt. He's really impressive, Davinson Sanchez, and he's irreplaceable. I love Christian Romero. I love what I see from Christian Romero when he comes back, and he deserves to be in the first team as well. But I cannot take Sanchez out of this team. He's looking like he's going to have to replace Dyer. I mean, Davis has been good as well, but Sanchez has got to stay in this team for me. It's got to be someone like Sanchez, Davis, Romero. Mind you, Dyer's done so well as well, so it's going to be really difficult for Conte. A good headache, but a difficult decision. With Davis' unnatural position, but Davis got used to his new role so well. Dyer's done incredibly well under Conte, and Sanchez is another level. 7.5 at least for him, is stuck in between 7.5 and 8. But I have given him 7.5. I can understand if some people have given him an 8 though. Reggie, I've given him 5. It's hard to judge on. He only played the first 45 minutes, and I agree with Antonio Conte bringing him off because he started to lose his head with a couple of silly tackles and picked up a yellow card, and we didn't want it to be 10v10. I could see a red card coming, so I'm glad Conte brought Reggie off because obviously he's still young, he's still learning, so I'm glad he brought him off. He made some poor touches and gave the ball away a couple of times early on, but generally a 5 I can't really judge. It's nothing negative about Reggie. So I can't really judge on that. Emerson Raya, I've given him 6. As I said, Sunday was his best performance in the Spurs shirt. Today wasn't quite as good. He was involved well in the first half, charging forward. I mean, the ball in the box wasn't great, but he's making those runs, taking on players. So first half, if he based it off the first half, I wouldn't have given him a 7 or a 7.5. Second half, I didn't really see him, so I've given him a 6 overall. Højbjerg against his former club, I've given him a 6. I was fairly disappointed with because Højbjerg is my favourite player. I love his leadership, and I copy and take some of that into day-to-day life and in football. Højbjerg's leadership is amazing, and also his defensive skills and his passing range is very good. But today he was off it. Got to be said, he done that good dink in behind that we should have scored. But generally some sloppy passes again, and not unlike Højbjerg, but not very good games. So 6 for him. Whereas Winks, I've given him 7.5. He's really done well under Conte. Second game now, I think he's done really, really well. Proved his points. So 7.5 for Harry Winks. Key passes and taking on players. He gave the ball away once early on in the game, but he made up for that for the good tackle. So Winks, a good performance for him. One of the better performances today in the Spurs shirt. Son, it was difficult to give him a low rating, of course, but I've started with the decision with a 6.5. He worked hard. Son always works hard, but he missed. Again, he missed lots of chances, and Son recently there's that little bit missing. Not necessarily missed loads of chances. Sunday missed loads of chances, and against Liverpool missed loads of chances. But today, I think it was more the fact, learning when to shoot. He didn't shoot at the right time, so it's frustrating for Son. He worked hard, but it's not quite there for him at the moment recently. I know that, whether it's being final finishing or learning when to shoot. 6.5 for Son. Appreciate his work ethic, and product or shots and stuff weren't quite there. Dele, I've given him 6. He didn't have much of an impact on the game really, so not much to say about Dele. So overall, giving him a 6. He didn't really have any impact. Room for improvement from that performance from Dele, but nothing. He didn't do anything wrong, but at the same time, he didn't do much right. Kane, I've given an 8. He scored that penalty, scored the equaliser, and also he worked hard again. And if anyone was going to score to get that winner, it looked like Harry Kane. So many good chances, and he worked hard again. So Previously Kane, given an 8. Today I've introduced a new thing. I've done it a couple of times before, but never permanently. I'm going to do the subs as player ratings from today onwards. Another good thing for you guys. So as you can see, subs there. Matt Doherty, I've given you 7, who came on for 45 minutes to replace Reggie, because obviously Reggie was losing his head and was on the verge of a red card. You could see that he was losing his head. He was young and needed a break as well, and struggled a bit. So he played left back, and Doherty's only got a right foot, so it's difficult for him. I thought he coped with that change well, so I have given him a 7. He did miss that chance in behind, because obviously he went with his left foot where he should have scored 1-on-1 with Fraser Forster, and a couple of shots he mucked up a bit, but getting in behind and more positive performance. I'm impressed with what I've seen from Doherty, and I hope he can keep it up, because his interest in the contention for right back with Emerson and Doherty both struggling this season under Nuno and at the start under Conte, but both recently, the last 2 or 3 games, both of them having very, very good games. A good battle, right back position, like I said, a good battle for centre back between like Sanchez and Romero. Doherty and Emerson is a thing so close to keep your eye on. Lucas Moura, given him 7, he didn't have the right impact of the game when he came on. He tried to take on players, but it wasn't quite there for Lucas. A frustrating day for him as well as Sonny. Brian Gill, I was extremely impressed with, to be honest with you. 8, he took on loads of players. He took on 2 players in the first minute he came on. End product's not quite there. One cross was poor, went into the goalkeeper's hands. I know that, and he lost the ball once. I know the end product's not quite there. It's the same with Son at the moment, but for his age, he's very young. Because he's small, like Lionel Messi, has a good speed, like gravity, sense of gravity, like small, that little movements off the ground, boom, and he takes on players well. End product hopefully will come, but I was impressed with what I saw from him. So substitutes I was actually really impressed with. That is my player ratings, are now gone. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Just recapping about what we discussed. It was frustrating, of course, to drop points. We go back to 6th place with West Ham getting a 4-1 win, sadly, over Watford. I won't, next couple of days until the weekend, sadly, I won't be able to see West Ham getting battered. I like doing that. It's popular in the Premier League, of course, with the rivals. Hopefully I'll be able to at the weekend, because we have Watford at the weekend and I hope to beat them. Yeah, it's caused a small dent, yes, in our top 4 hopes. We're now 5 points behind Arsenal, 2 games in hand. 1 game in hand with Man United, and also 2 with West Ham. It's touch and go in it for the top 4. We can't really drop points against Southampton. Not only were they against 10 men, but they're just the amount of chances we had, and generally frustrating. 10 men, relegation battles, a game we should be winning, and that under Pochettino, when we couldn't win that title, it's a game we look back on, and we did under Mourinho as well. We have to put that right against Watford, but positively, we're unbeaten now in 7, and unbeaten at home in all competitions under Conte, and also unbeaten in the Premier League, which now has been 7 games. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you guys for pre-match videos, cover everything, post-match reaction, and confirmed lineup. Thank you guys, and as always, come on you Spurs.